Hey guys, in this video I want to discuss how the Last Kingdom event, Second Affection, as well as Crown and Killo's Bond story, fits in the timeline of Nikke's main story, in case you're confused or simply curious. I'll try to minimize it as much as possible, but there will obviously be some spoilers in this video, especially for chapters 21, 24 and 26, so proceed at your own risk. Let's start with Second Affection, which of course begins after we parted ways with Marion and the Pioneers, near the end of chapter 14, and ends around the end of chapter 21 or the beginning of chapter 22. We know that the side story ends in this time frame because we know that the reason why Crown and Chime went to the Ark is because Chime spotted a massive explosion at the direction of the Ark. This explosion is obviously the one that happened in the animated cutscene at the end of chapter 21, the explosion that blew a massive hole on the Ark's Dome of Eternity, as there are no other massive explosions that happened at the Ark aside from this one. Now let us proceed to Crown's Bond story, which obviously occurs in chapter 26 because this is the only time we currently know of where she and the commander interacted with each other. And also Red Hood is still around during the Bond story. Now if you're wondering why Dorothy is nowhere to be seen in Crown's Bond story, well, she's obviously not interested in the kingdom, so it shouldn't be surprising why Dorothy didn't bother to join in the conversation. Crown and Chime also seems to be uninterested in inviting her to the kingdom, which is honestly not surprising, as the two of them probably already knows who Dorothy is, thanks to the Pioneers. Next is Killo's Bond story. It's hard to pinpoint where the majority of the events in this Bond story exactly fits in the timeline. However, what we do know is that it occurs before the Last Kingdom event, because in the last scene of the Bond story, Killo and Tolos were yet to take their 21st test. And we know from the opening scene of the Last Kingdom that the event begins right after they took this test. And last but definitely not the least is the Last Kingdom event itself, which begins right after we parted ways with Crown and Chime in chapter 26. This event can only occur after chapter 26 because Crown and Chime were there to witness Roppy fighting a 1v3 against Nihilister, Indivilia and Chatterbox. A fight which we know only lasted for 10 minutes because 10 minutes is the time limit of Rappy's overdrive mode. The two of them also stayed with Red Hood until we parted ways with them in chapter 26, which means that Crown and Chime were not in the kingdom for the entire duration of chapters 22 to 26. Therefore we can conclude that the Last Kingdom event can only take place after chapter 26. That's it for the video. I hope you found it at least interesting. Thanks for watching.